My name is Hiram and I'm the host of these documentaries where we cover pertinent issues, the Texans, and just about anyone in the rest of the world. Today we're in front of the Cesar Chavez mural that was recently inaugurated and painted by local artists here in East Austin. This mural beforehand was a Cesar Chavez mural that unfortunately was weathered away and graffitied over. This group of individuals asked permission from the owners of this building because they wanted to preserve this historic landmark. Cesar Chavez himself walked these streets when pushing his activism back in the 60s. We're on the intersection of Cesar Chavez and Waller, which is found on the east side of I-35 in the downtown area of Austin. This area has experienced explosive change as technology and other industries have made their home here in Austin, Texas. Many folks that have been living here for generations have been pushed out. Many call this gentrification.
It's just one of those things that every business thinks they can get away with it, and our job is to inform the whole country.
And it's part of the reason why Bertha, Tanner, Mark, and Amado decided to paint this mural. They wanted to preserve the activism and the Chicano movement that was brewed here in Austin, Texas. So come with us and let's listen to the story of why this mural in Austin, Texas is significant.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. My name is Mark Gonzalez. I was born in California, moved to Austin when I was young on the east side. Local tattoo artist. I was reached out and I was asked if I would want to become a part of this project. And it was a great honor to be asked if I would come up with a design of something of our cultura, our history. And being that the mural's here on Cesar Chavez, I said, well, shoot, why not? So thought a portrait of Cesar Chavez would be the ideal mural that we should put here as a historical wall for everybody to see as they drive by.
Yeah, my name is Amado Castillo III, and I'm from Austin, Texas, born and raised here on the east side of Austin. I had the privilege to be able to take part in this painting, this mural that we did. We came together Arte, Texas, and we got it done, man. It was fun. At the same time, it was very meaningful because Cesar Chavez was the man. So yeah, I was called out to do the face. Include some vibrant colors. At the same time, I just didn't want it to be just like the photograph. I wanted to give it some more, for it to be more vibrant.
My name is Bertha Rendon Delgado. I am the founder of Arte Texas. I'm also an art activist, art ambassador, and art curator. Born and raised in East Austin, I have been around a lot of legendary artists. Being around Chicano murals and the activism of the Chicano movement here has really inspired me as a little girl. Cesar Chavez was a hero to us. Growing up as a migrant worker granddaughter, and my mom being a migrant worker, Cesar Chavez was considered an icon. Not just because of the movement that took place in the times before I was born, but also because in the 80s, we were very honored to meet Cesar Chavez when I attended elementary school at the Metz Elementary here in East Austin, a school that's now closed.
Hi, my name is Mondo Martinez, aka Tanner, graffiti artist, Arte Texas co-director with Bertha. Born and raised here in East Austin, self-taught, well-known artist here in the East Side. Happy to say I've got 4 murals here on First Street. We came up with Arte Texas in 2015, so that's how it started. Now, the neighborhood wanted Arte Texas to do this mural, so yeah, 8 years later, we've done enough murals to get notified by the neighborhood. That's how we were contacted to do this. So when we were invited to do a Cesar Chavez mural, we were pretty excited. And then after we found out that the family found out and may end up being here, yeah, we were just full of pride.
So as you know, here in Austin, Texas, East Austin has been a gentrified area that we've had to embrace these last 10 years. Cesar Chavez Street is not just a prominent street of the barrio, but it's also the street that Cesar Chavez marched on when we were kids. And so the murals have vanished in our community. And as being a president of the neighborhood association, Easttown Lake Citizens Neighborhood Association, I had the honor to be a part of a conversation with owners that own this building, which are the architects that occupy the building today in the year 2023. There was a mural there once on this building that had been distorted and vanished. And Cesar Chavez mural was the mural that was once there. The owners and the new people that moved into the community wanted to make sure that they didn't take away any history or any piece of what belonged to East Austin. And they wanted to make sure that they preserved the image of Cesar Chavez and that we brought it back. They wanted to also be a part of the community. And so this collaboration with Arte Texas was a collaboration that not just was, a positive one, but we also were very, very appreciative that they wanted our mural of Cesar Chavez back. And so we decided to bring it back together as a project. The Cesar Chavez mural project here, 6 months, not just to meet and brainstorm and go back and forth on imagery and which artists were going to be selected for this mural, but it also, with the weather, we were able to kick it off January 2023 as the first mural in Austin, Texas to be unveiled. And so it really brought joy to our hearts that we could bring back an iconic hero like Cesar Chavez.
I was real happy being a part of this project. Shoot, it blew my mind. This was a real fun project. Hopefully in the future we'll have many more like that we could put up. As you know, the history of Cesar Chavez was a civil rights activist who started out in California helping out all the farmers. Thought of the idea, found a design, gave me a concept really of the farmers working on one side of the mural, and then all the political speeches and inspiring and motivational words he used to say. To make a great dream true, the first requirement is a great capacity to dream. The second is persistence. So I thought that would be perfect and ideal for all of us in our struggle, and our roots, our background, how us as minorities were always struggling to do better with our life, but mainly we never give up. We just keep going forward. So this mural, I hope it will become a great motivation for our raza, for the community, and it was a great privilege being a part of this project. It's really the Arte symbol on the beer logo. No, I was kidding. The eagle that's put there is really to represent our strength, our culture, with the three colors that represent Mexico, because that is our roots, our bloodline, so to speak. We are Indian. I don't know if it's taught in school, but I was taught that.
I was inspired when I was in elementary to paint on canvas. And Mr. Raul Valdez is the one who inspired me in that genre of work. I kept that dream alive in my soul, in my mind, that someday be an artist and to take part to things like this, murals and stuff. Made me feel like I was almost fulfilling my purpose. I believe those are two different things, passion and purpose. And when I'm passionate about art, and when I go paint, depending on what subject matter it is, it's just feeding my passion. But when it's something like this, it almost feels, and it is, there's a purpose behind it, And so that's what's up. I had like this little bitty photograph to work off of the detail in there. So I had to kind of improvise and kind of put my own pop to it, man. It was, honestly, I couldn't really see too much of the image, but I had to just do the best I could, and so that's what's up.
So this was the first computer-generated mural for Arte Texas, yeah. The first of many. Oh shoot, we do it all on paper and pencil. We don't do any computer, but Mark was involved in this project, so that's how we got the computer graphics for him to get it on the tablet. And yeah, man, just surprised and can't wait till the next one. Well, to tell you the truth, the red, white, and green was an accident. It was one of those Bob Ross's happy accidents. We were doing the border and we were doing the black and white, and so the green popped up, and we were like, well, just make the red too. So that one was an accident, that green, white, and red border. Way happy. I mean, and I'm glad the owners were happy too. As long as they're happy, I'm happy. We got a lot of feedback, man. When we were doing it, we had a lot of older folks come and express how they're happy they were. Anita Cantanilla, she's a longtime resident, historian. They came by and told us how she marched with Cesar Chavez. She's been around all this since the beginning. And then there was another photographer came and gave us a paperwork on Cesar Chavez. So yeah, it means a lot to them. It means a lot to the older generation también.
Just this piece means so much to us and the artists that put in all their hard work and to get it done. We've lost so much in our community, and so we're very grateful. We've had a great amount of support. The grandson of Cesar Chavez, Alejandro Chavez, will be welcoming us with a proclamation here at the city of Austin. Will receive its first mural proclamation. We are thrilled to not just involve the family and bring them to Austin to such a beautiful masterpiece of his grandfather, but also the feeling of just really being able to preserve a piece of our history and East Austin's history.
You know, as an artist tattooing, we're always looking for that next level in art, and to cross over as a muralist and do a project that's on a wall. This is something that everybody's going to see every day when they drive by, you know. And compared to tattooing, yeah, when you tattoo on somebody's skin, they're your walking billboard. But this was it was a really nice experience. Well, all my life I've been involved in art since I was a kid. Art enrichment programs, contests, and from that, it just converted over slowly. I didn't think I was going to become a tattoo artist, but once I did, it captivated me, and I never get tired of it. It's just so inspirational too, to see that look on people's face when they're happy with the product, the work you do on them, you know. And it's not really about the money, it's more about the art. And so yeah, being a tattoo artist, I will never give that up.
I think that, you know, as you can see, you know, Austin, Texas has grown tremendously. East Austin being the first target of exportation, gentrification, I call it. We have had to witness a lot of trauma, change that happened rapidly. We've lost a lot of our businesses. We've lost a lot of our homes. We've lost a lot of our families. We've lost a lot of our schools. And so I think that the loss of East Austin's, not just people, but East Austin's history is what's very vital to me at this time. Because Austin has become a larger city and we are attracting more people, I don't want people to forget what was once here. The people that worked so hard from not just what they call their home, but this is their roots. And so I don't want that history to be vanished or forgotten. I want our stories to be told. And, you know, I think it all started when, you know, our own lawmakers and our own elected officials literally put our city on the map. We became the target of real estate. We became the target of a land that was desirable to downtown developers. And so, you know, when they came in as fast as they did to buy up the land, to rise the taxes, to displace people. Austinites and natives did not have any type of a plan in place for us. Where would we go? How would we protect the generational wealth? How would we stay grandfathered in with our taxes? How would we be able to continue to live in an area that was booming with money and we had no money? And so the challenges have been on the table, but we have not had any type of protections in place, any policies in place to secure the people of East Austin. And so, you know, the question that we're still asking remains, you know, with no answers. So the Edward Rendon Park is land that was fought by the Chicanos. The Chicano movement in 1978 with the boat races, when the town lake, you know, lake was facing major issues, you know, pollution, you know, drag racing. And so those were times when we weren't even alive. Those were in the 1970s. I was born in 1979. So if you can just imagine generations of activism going on in East Austin just to preserve what you see today. The 90 acres of parkland that you see here facing the Lady Bird Lake is land that was fought by the Chicanos, by the Chicano Brown Berets. So if you think about every piece of land in East Austin, the activists, the community, residents are fighting to preserve and protect their land. It was happening 40 years ago. It's happening today. And so, you know, the work that I've organized and mobilized as not just being the granddaughter of the park, Edward Rendon Park, Chicano Park, but also as a resident and it being my neighborhood, childhood neighborhood, I've made sure that we provided, you know, organizing tools to be able to help us understand what is happening here, how the city is coming in and co-creating the entire script here, how they are trying to use policy that hurts us to be able to get what they want. And so it's a game of chess that we're playing here in East Austin. And I feel like, you know, with the lowrider scene, them wanting to take that away from us, that being a tradition of our culture, of our identity, of who we are, since way long before I was born. And so that type of movement that took place almost 2 years ago at Chicano Park was a way to show that all the lowriders across the state came down. We had 4,000 attendees come and fight for the legacy and for the culture of lowriding at Chicano Park. And we want to continue that type of legacy here. We never want it to go away. And the only way we're going to do that is we continue to fight the good fight. So I really think that, you know, murals are healing and they're also bring unity to our community. But I call on everyone to continue to be really, really involved in their community. And when we're having issues, like trying to preserve a school, a church, a mural, a community, a home, historical landmarks, make sure that you stay engaged, because we have to continue to pave the path for our children. And in order to pave the path for generations behind us, we have to lead that. And I'm very grateful that I had people like my godfather, Paul Hernandez, Chicano activists, like my father, Brown Beret, Martin Delgado, my grandfather, Edward Rendon, and all of the community leaders that have paved the path for us. That is why we are here today. We are fighting the movement of our ancestors. And I ask you all to continue to fight the movement here in East Austin with us. So we invite you all to join the special day. Our artists will be receiving a proclamation, as well as the family of Cesar Chavez will be here with great entertainment, great music, beautiful cars. All of you are welcome to come to this free event on March 25th at 1 o'clock. That is on a Saturday. and I hope to see all of you here.
This one will be the fourth one. The Lateria will be the first one. And then on the train tracks, we have Eastside Pride. And then there's one in right there by Ballard's in the alley. It's all graffiti, so it's called the Graffiti Alley.
If you want to see my work, you'll find me on Instagram. I work for Atomic Tattoo off of 183. Under Mark Anthony, you'll find me. You'll see all my work. Come out there and check me out.
Yeah, I have a website. It's ac3art.com, or you can find me on Instagram, ac3art_ATX. And you can find me on Facebook, too, AC3. Amado Castillo, the third is my full name. You'll find me on there, and then you can see some of my work on my for my business. And so that's what's up.
Thank you so much for joining us. We produce these documentaries 100% independently with the hopes that this information will positively impact your perspective of the world around you. Make sure that you keep up with our new content. More information is going to come. You can follow us on YouTube as ImHiram. You can follow us on Facebook as ImHiram. You can follow us on Instagram as ImHiram. Make sure that you hit that ring button so that you get notifications every time we post content. And leave a comment below. Let us know what you think about historical landmarks like the one here behind us and their preservation. Again, thank you so much. Have a great day.